Hi, Jackie Vanderler here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you some areas to work for breast cancer. If you have breast cancer, if you know somebody who does, please pass this video along. I've worked with many people who have had breast cancer while they had breast cancer, and then I've also worked with people who have found lumps in their breasts, and I've actually had 3 people who have found lumps in their breasts. We've done some facial reflexology, a series or so, while they're waiting to get into the doctor, while they're waiting to get a mammogram. And in all 3 cases, the lump disappeared before they went in for testing and possible diagnosis. So I'm not sure that you'll get the same results, but it absolutely will not hurt. Facial reflexology is only designed to balance your body. It won't cause cancer to spread or anything like that. So you're perfectly safe doing this, even if you are worried about it. In fact, this can help to take some of that worry and those ruminating thoughts away. So we're going to start with some points on our forehead, right in this area. And this has to do with the spleen and the gallbladder. So these are the 2 organs that are the most associated with cancer, and they have to do with the emotions of resentment and not taking care of yourself. So if you are feeling resentful, a lot of times that can live in your body like a cancer, and it can also manifest as cancer in your body. And then the other one is the spleen, and that has to do with nurturing yourself, self-confidence, self-esteem, having the energy and the motivation to go after the things that you want in your life. And a lot of times when we have resentments, we don't actually go after our own desires. We're so focused on the things that have happened to us that we don't actually go after what we want and what we desire. You can kind of block that. So these organs will, kind of changing the energy of these organs will help you to focus more on what you want, lift yourself up, give yourself that self-confidence and the courage to go after the things that are important to you. The next area we're going to work is right in here. This is a paired point with the points we just worked. So this is point 34. And this relaxes the shoulders and also puts the nervous system into a deeper state of relaxation. And while you're working this area, also come down right into here and work this area between the bridge of the nose and the inner brow. This is an area for the lymphatics of the armpit. So this is the lymph nodes that are most affected when people have breast cancer are going to be in this area. So then working the other side, this is an area to relax the shoulder, relax the nervous system. And then coming right in here and working the area for the lymph nodes of the armpits. Notice if there's lumpiness or bumpiness in here, or if there's some puffiness or anything like that, that is a good sign that you have some lymph stagnation in that area. Okay, then we're going to work all the way around the eyes. If you are following along with my face maps that I post on Instagram, you'll have this one here, and you can see that the breasts are the area around the eyes right in here. So you want to work this whole area. So coming down the side of the bridge of the nose, and then coming under, directly underneath the iris of the eye, right on that bone is the point that is specific for the breast. So work that area. I like to spend a little time here, and I'm actually supporting that skin with my fingers because I don't want to pull on it. The skin can get kind of fragile right on this area. So I'm supporting it so that I can really work in this area, doing some back and forth motions. Then I'm going to move to the side over here, and this point, point 60, has to do with circulation. And it's also the area that represents this front pectoralis muscle on the front of your shoulder area. One of the people that I worked with who had a lump in her breast that disappeared before she even went to go see her doctor had she felt her lump right up in this area. It was very, very painful, and we worked at this area, and that was where it was the most stuck, to produce some energy and flow in that area. And by the time we were done, even though that lump was super painful on her before we started, we couldn't even find it. And so before, if we just touched it, it was like extremely painful for her, and when we were done, we couldn't even find the lump, and it wasn't painful at all. So that was probably the one where I got the quickest results. For the other people, they were working it regularly over the course of several days or weeks or whatever. So working in here, making sure you're covering good ground, and then coming up and working on the side of the temple, working under and within the brow. You can also come up and over the brow as well. Working this whole area. You can even choose as you're coming under here to go and make little upward motions here, little lifting motions. That'll give you a little brow lift while you're working it, kind of a 2-in-1. And then work the other side. So come in on the side of the bridge of the nose, working down underneath the eyes, on the side here. Just working this whole area, feeling for any lumpy, bumpy areas. Coming directly underneath the iris of the eye, seeing what you feel. As you come to the side, you can start doing circles again, or you can do back and forth motions. It really doesn't matter. I like doing circles in here because it covers a little bit of a larger area. Just seeing what you feel. This is something you can do up to 4 times a day. So if you're feeling like, you found a lump or you have been actually diagnosed with breast cancer, I would highly, highly recommend doing this regularly. Again, it's not something that's going to hurt you or cause cancer to spread. It's only going to bring healing energy to your body. Also worked with several people who've had breast cancer, and this has only helped. One of the ladies is a neighbor, and I worked with her following her diagnosis, and then she ended up going away for surgery and things like that, but she never ended up needing chemo or radiation. She was able to get by with just surgery. So it was kind of cool that, and who knows if the facial reflexology helped, but I would assume that it did, because it sounded like it was a cancer that had been a slow growing cancer, but they only took out her breast and then some of the lymph nodes associated with it. I do always wonder if she had come in more frequently prior to her treatment, if she had been able to avoid even more lymph node involvement or anything like that. It's hard to know. Okay, next point we're going to work is the spleen on the face. So in line with the flare of the nose on the left side of the face, and then bring that over to under the iris of the eye. Working right in here. The spleen is that point about nurturing yourself, lifting yourself up, going after your hopes and dreams and desires and your purpose, instead of focusing on other people all the time. And then on the opposite side, we're going to work the gallbladder, which has to do with the courage to do that, to go after what you want. That's in line with the bottom of the nose. You're going to go to the area directly underneath the iris of the eye and then go a little bit to the right of it. And you'll get that gallbladder point. And then we're going to work the area right underneath of the lips and then the chin, the center of the chin. These areas are for helping with drainage. So now that we've moved some lymph from in here in the armpit area, we want to also help to drain excess fluid. And then the chin also has a lot to do with the emotion of fear. So letting go of fear around either finding a lump or being diagnosed with cancer. Go into that center of the chin, working that. And you can actually work the whole chin if you want to. And it'll probably feel really good to work the whole chin. And then, of course, as always, we're going to finish up by working around the ears. that sets the formula in, it retains it in your body and helps it to last longer and better. So I was having so much fun working the chin there, I didn't want to stop. So coming from the top of the ear where it meets the face, coming down, and just working around doing circles. Or if for some reason you can't go all the way around the ear, go up and down the sides of the ear like this. But if possible, try and do circles on the ear. That really works the kidney points, helps to balance the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. And it just feels so good. All right, be sure to comment below on how this felt. Pass this video along to anybody you know who might be dealing with breast cancer, or who has found a lump, or who is worried about it, or even somebody who has family history of breast cancer as well. A lot of times family history is can be an important factor. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. I'm trying to put out at least a video a week, maybe more in the future, just depending on my time. And then also, if you have suggestions for things that you'd like to learn more about, be sure to put that in the comments below. And if you want to learn facial reflexology, and especially from a 5-element organ standpoint, be sure to check out my Pure Energy facial meditation class that's coming up. It's going to be online starting March 7th and 8th, and you can also check out my website for in-person classes that I'll be holding in Deadwood, South Dakota. If you have a chance to attend an in-person class, they are freaking amazing. Like, when you get to feel what it feels like to lay on a table and relax while somebody is doing this on you, it's the most incredible feeling ever. So I hope that you can join me for one of these events eventually, and I will see you soon.